What's going on there, guys? We back with another one, and we got to talk about this Lakers Warriors series some more. Now, LeBron has responded to Steve Kerr's comments. We saw Darvin Ham do it right at halftime or right after the first quarter. I can't remember when the interview happened, but he did call out what Steve Kerr was trying to say about him teaching flopping to the players. And LeBron took exception to that as well. You know, this series, as it's gone on, you know, it kind of started out with the reverence between Steph and LeBron, talking about how good each other is and how important this rivalry is and all that type of stuff, to where now, you know, the coaches are trading bars back and forth in the media. There's little things said. Even got JaMychal Green getting into it, calling LeBron cap on his comments. So I'm going to show you all of that. I'm going to show you what Chris Haynes said, because he alluded to either LeBron or AD saying the Warriors are soft and not mentally tough, because he said it was a prominent Lakers player. You know, and the two most prominent ones is LeBron and AD. But look, guys, I'm going to play everything and I'll be back with my commentary. Check it out.
So what do you tell a team in that situation? Do you encourage them to sell harder tomorrow, or how do you learn from that and apply it to tomorrow's game?
You don't. You know, I think, to me, you know, what I've learned coaching in FIBA has a great rule. There's a flop rule, and if a referee deems that a player is flopped, they just call a technical foul, and it's pretty penalizing. And so the flopping has basically been eliminated from FIBA. Do we want to fix this? Because if not, we'll just get the you know, the Chris Paul swipe through at half court when you're, you know, in the bonus, and for some reason we're shooting 2 free throws at a critical time of a playoff game.
How they feel about what Steve Kerr is doing, which is called gamemanship this time of year. And I text a prominent Laker player. This was his response to me via text: "Let them bleep and complain. It shows weakness and frustration."
I have to ask you, because I just saw it, your reaction to Dennis Schroeder, I guess, not getting the foul at that point. Is that something you saw, thought it was a missed call?
Yeah, we don't teach flopping. We teach our players to play downhill and attack the paint and be forceful.
Got you, Coach.
LeBron, I have two for you. The conversation in the last 48 hours has been, from the Warriors' standpoint, has been gamesmanship on your team and flopping. Do you feel like that affected anything in terms of the way the game was dealt with tonight on the court?
I just know that we, you know, our coaching staff and us players, we don't work on flopping. We don't. That's not even a part of our game. Our game is to attack the paint. We don't mind physical contact. We actually like the contact, and we don't shy away from it. So we're just not a team that you know, goes out there and looking for you know, for flopping opportunities. That's just not us. It's actually never been any team that I've played on in my 20 years where we've been a flopping team. You know, but it is what it is. They have the right to say what they want to say, or, you know. But the game is always won in between the 4 lines, and, you know, we got to be better on Friday, for sure.
So in that graphic, you know, that's actually JaMychal Green, the power forward off the bench for the Golden State Warriors, calling cap on LeBron and what he's saying. Basically saying y'all do teach flopping, and we've seen it up close and personal. So you're trying to manipulate the masses, but it is what it is. And LeBron is saying, we like the contact. We embrace the contact. It's beneficial to our style of play, hence us taking more free throws. You know what I'm saying? And from my perspective, I feel like it is beneficial for the Lakers. I mean, we saw Anthony Davis be pretty dominant in certain games in this series, but not only him. You know, we see Dennis Schroeder and those guys getting to the paint with regularity. We see D'Lo getting to his spots on the floor pretty easily, and they're not worried about the back line defense. You know, Kevon Looney isn't very explosive, and he's kind of got the task of chasing AD around, and you got Draymond. He kind of took on that some last night, but I mean, those guys have their work cut out for them. And the thing is, AD can pull you out far on the floor, so these guards are gonna have some difficult assignments. You know, Wiggins is trying to stick LeBron. These guys have their hands full for the Warriors. And so when you hoist up the type of shots that Klay Thompson is shooting, or that Steph is shooting, or to some degree, Jordan Poole, those sort of shots aren't going to get you the same amount of free throws collectively as LeBron James and Anthony Davis. That's just how basketball works. I mean, it's not personal, but shots farther away from the basket, you're taught not to overly contest those. Now, Steph and Clay is a little different, but you're taught not to give them an easy one because they get to see the ball go through the basket 3 times, and that's if they're having an off night or whatever the case may be. If they see a few of those drop, then you might be in for a long night, whereas they were just in a slump. They reel off 3 straight threes on you or 5 straight baskets from different spots on the court. Now you got a whole different problem. So you try to keep those opportunities to a minimum. If they're making their deep ball that night, you just have to live with it. But have I seen some flopping in this series? Yes, I've seen a little flopping from both sides. One thing you want to do is sell the call, because if you look at some of the stronger players that just power through everything, they don't get the calls that players that snap their neck back do. So you're taught to sell the call. Now, does it get a little ridiculous at times with Marcus Smart and some of these players? Yes, but at the same time, if somebody throws an elbow and it hits you in the jaw, sometimes could you take that? Yes, you could play through it if it's not a certain, not with a certain amount of force, or you were able to dodge it a little bit. But what you want to do is go down to the ground and make sure the official is more inclined to call a flagrant one and control how that player plays for the rest of the game. Now, I get Steve Kerr's gripe and complaints because you teach your players to play the right way, but any advantage that a team can get, they're going to try to take, man. So, is Steph and Clay fouled when they're moving without the ball? Absolutely. That's where most of the fouls occur. They get that bottom corner of their jersey, or they're holding the small of their back, like where the jersey is, grabbing their shorts, all types of stuff. Fouls all day. You could literally call a foul on every single play. So if you look at that from that way, and as a coach, you do want to see that stuff called. That's why you run what you run. You want to exploit the defense the best way possible. So I could see why, as a coach, he was mad about the discrepancy. I'm just looking at the quality of shots, some of the shots AD get around the rim, some of those second chance opportunities, offensive rebounds that they're getting. It's hard to argue against those things, and why they are shooting more free throws. I don't think nobody expected Golden State to shoot more free throws than the Lakers coming into this series. So it's not like the biggest shocker. But I want to know what you guys think about all this in the comments. You agree with Steve Kerr or LeBron James? Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.